Imagine this. You're in your 60s, full of life with energy to spare. But when it comes to intimacy, things aren't quite the same. You're not alone. Many men experience changes as they age. But what if I told you there's a natural way to maintain strength, confidence, and performance? Today, we're diving into 3 game-changing vitamins that can make all the difference. You might already have them in your kitchen, but are you using them the right way? Stick with me until the end because we'll break down how these simple nutrients can transform your life. And hey, before we start, drop a comment below and tell me where you're watching from. Let's build a community of men who are taking charge of their health. Now, let's get into it. The hidden truth about aging and performance aging is natural, but it doesn't have to mean slowing down. Over time, our testosterone levels dip, blood circulation isn't as efficient, and stress takes a bigger toll on our bodies. The result: lower energy, less stamina, and a decline in sexual performance. The good news: nature has given us powerful tools to fight back. The right vitamins can work wonders improving blood flow, boosting energy, and helping you feel like yourself again. So, which one should you focus on? Let's find out. But before we dive into these 3 powerful vitamins, I want you to understand something crucial. Your body at 60, 70, or even 80 is still incredibly capable of healing, adapting, and thriving. I've seen men in their late 70s regain vitality they thought was lost forever, simply by giving their bodies the right nutrients at the right time. The key is understanding that aging doesn't mean accepting decline, it means working smarter with your body's changing needs. Think of your body like a classic car. With the right maintenance, the right fuel, and the right care, it can run beautifully for decades. But neglect the basics, and even the finest machine will start to sputter. The vitamins we're about to explore aren't just supplements. They're the premium fuel your body craves to operate at its peak. I remember speaking with Thomas, a 68-year-old retired pilot who came to see me feeling frustrated and defeated. He'd always prided himself on his physical fitness, but recently he'd noticed his energy flagging, his mood declining, and his confidence in intimate moments completely eroded. After just 3 months of focusing on these specific vitamins, combined with some simple lifestyle adjustments, he told me he felt like he'd turned back the clock by 15 years. What's particularly exciting about these 3 vitamins is how they work synergistically. They don't just address one aspect of men's health, they create a cascade of benefits throughout your entire system. Better circulation leads to improved brain function. Enhanced energy production supports better sleep. Reduced inflammation helps your hormones function more effectively. It's like tuning an orchestra. When each section plays in harmony, the entire performance is transformed. Vitamin number 1, the sunshine boost for your blood flow, vitamin D. Imagine this. You wake up feeling sluggish. Your body feels heavier, and even your energy levels seem to dip. Could it be aging? Possibly. But what if the real culprit is something much simpler? A vitamin D deficiency? Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin because your body naturally produces it when exposed to sunlight. But here's the shocking part. More than 40% of adults over 60 have low levels of vitamin D, and during the winter months, this number climbs even higher. Let me paint a clearer picture of just how widespread this deficiency really is. In northern climates, especially during the months from October through March, that percentage can jump to over 70%. We're talking about a silent epidemic that's affecting millions of men who have no idea their declining vitality might be linked to something as simple as insufficient sunlight exposure. But here's what makes this even more concerning. Vitamin D deficiency doesn't announce itself with obvious symptoms. It's insidious. You might feel more tired than usual and attribute it to getting older. You might notice your mood is a bit flatter, your motivation a bit lower, and chalk it up to life stress. Meanwhile, your vitamin D levels could be so low that your entire hormonal and circulatory system is operating at half capacity. So, why is this a problem? Because vitamin D is directly linked to blood flow and circulation, two crucial factors for maintaining strong, long-lasting erections. Here's how it works. Vitamin D helps your body produce nitric oxide, a powerful molecule that relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. Think of nitric oxide as your body's natural circulation enhancer. When your vitamin D levels are optimal, your body produces abundant nitric oxide, which acts like a master key, unlocking your blood vessels and allowing them to expand and contract with the fluid grace of youth. This isn't just beneficial for sexual function, it's crucial for heart health, brain function, and overall vitality. The research is compelling. A landmark study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine followed over 3,400 men for 5 years and found that those with adequate vitamin D levels were 30% less likely to experience erectile dysfunction compared to those with deficient levels. But the benefits went far beyond sexual health. These men also showed better cardiovascular markers, improved mood scores, and greater overall life satisfaction. When blood flows more efficiently, it reaches all areas of the body, including those responsible for sexual function. Studies show that men with optimal vitamin D levels experience stronger, longer-lasting erections and improved overall sexual health. But if you're not getting enough vitamin D, the opposite happens. Poor circulation can lead to weaker erections, low energy, and even cardiovascular issues. Let me share something most doctors won't tell you about vitamin D timing. Your body's vitamin D receptors are most active during certain times of the day. Morning sunlight exposure between 8 and 10 a.m. is particularly effective because it not only helps with vitamin D production, but also supports your natural circadian rhythms. This dual benefit means better sleep, which in turn supports healthy testosterone production. I had a patient, Richard, a 65-year-old accountant who lived in Seattle. He'd been struggling with low energy and declining sexual function for over 2 years. His routine blood work looked normal, but when we tested his vitamin D levels, they were critically low at just 18 nanograms per milliliter. The optimal range is between 50 to 80 nanograms per milliliter. After 6 months of targeted vitamin D supplementation and lifestyle changes, his levels rose to 65 nanograms per milliliter, and the transformation was remarkable. Not only did his sexual function improve dramatically, but his wife commented that he seemed like a different person, more energetic, more positive, more engaged with life. How to get more vitamin D? Sunlight exposure. Spend at least 15 to 20 minutes outside daily, preferably in the morning or afternoon when the sun isn't too harsh. But here's the crucial detail most people miss. You need to expose a significant amount of skin to actually produce meaningful amounts of vitamin D. Rolling up your sleeves and letting the sun hit your arms, face, and legs is far more effective than just having your face in the sun. During winter months, or if you live in a northern climate, sunlight alone might not be sufficient. This is where understanding the concept of vitamin D seasonal adjustment becomes crucial. Your body's vitamin D needs can vary by as much as 2,000 IU daily between summer and winter, depending on your location and lifestyle. Eat vitamin D-rich foods. Include salmon, tuna, sardines, mushrooms, and fortified dairy in your diet. Wild-caught fatty fish are particularly powerful sources. A single serving of wild salmon can provide up to 1,000 IU of vitamin D. Mushrooms that have been exposed to UV light, like maitake and portobello, are excellent plant-based sources. Consider supplements. If sunlight and food sources aren't enough, a high-quality vitamin D3 supplement can help. But always check with your doctor before starting any new supplement. The key is getting the right form. Vitamin D3 is significantly more effective than vitamin D2 at raising blood levels. Most experts recommend between 2,000 to 5,000 IU daily for men over 60, but this should always be based on blood testing. Many men report noticeable improvements in their energy levels, mood, and sexual performance after just a few weeks of maintaining proper vitamin D levels. But the changes often continue to improve for months as your body's vitamin D stores fully replenish. Vitamin number 2, the energy igniter, vitamin B12. Do you ever feel drained, sluggish, or mentally foggy, even after a full night's sleep? You're not alone. Millions of men over 60 experience these symptoms, and one common reason is vitamin B12 deficiency. Let me tell you about the B12 paradox that affects so many men in their golden years. You might be eating a diet rich in B12 sources, taking a multivitamin, and still be deficient. Why? Because as we age, our stomach produces less of a crucial protein called intrinsic factor, which is essential for B12 absorption. Without adequate intrinsic factor, you could be consuming plenty of B12 but absorbing very little of it. This is why B12 deficiency is often called the Great Masquerader. Its symptoms, fatigue, brain fog, mood changes, and reduced stamina are so commonly attributed to normal aging that millions of men suffer unnecessarily for years without realizing they have a treatable nutritional deficiency. Vitamin B12 is essential for 3 key functions. 1. Energy production. It helps your body convert food into usable energy, preventing fatigue and weakness. But here's what's fascinating. B12 doesn't just help create energy, it helps your cells use energy more efficiently. Think of it like upgrading from regular gasoline to premium fuel. Your cellular engines run smoother, cleaner, and with more power. 2. Nerve function. B12 supports healthy nerve signaling, which is critical for muscle coordination and sensation. This is particularly important for sexual function because proper nerve signaling is essential for arousal, sensation, and performance. When B12 levels are low, nerve signals become sluggish, like trying to send a text message with a weak cell signal. 3. Blood circulation. It helps your body produce red blood cells, ensuring oxygen reaches all organs, including the reproductive system. Red blood cells are like tiny delivery trucks carrying oxygen throughout your body. When you don't have enough B12, you don't produce enough of these delivery trucks, and your entire system starts running on reduced oxygen, leading to fatigue and poor performance. When you lack B12, you may experience fatigue and low stamina, feeling constantly drained even after resting, weakened endurance, less physical and sexual stamina, brain fog and poor focus, trouble concentrating, forgetfulness, and mental sluggishness. But there are other symptoms that many men don't connect to B12 deficiency. Mood changes, including irritability and mild depression, are common. Some men experience tingling in their hands and feet. Others notice their balance isn't quite what it used to be. These seemingly unrelated symptoms often improve dramatically when B12 levels are restored. I remember James, a 71-year-old former construction worker who came to see me because his wife was worried about his increasing forgetfulness and fatigue. He'd been attributing these changes to getting older, but his B12 levels were severely deficient. Within 6 weeks of starting B12 injections, his energy returned, his mental clarity improved dramatically, and he told me he felt like himself again for the first time in years. The problem, as we age, our bodies absorb less B12 from food, making it even harder to get enough from diet alone. This is why B12 deficiency is extremely common among older adults. In fact, studies suggest that up to 43% of adults over 60 have some degree of B12 deficiency, with the prevalence increasing with age. How to increase your B12 levels. Eat more B12-rich foods, lean meats like chicken, beef, and turkey, eggs, and dairy products, seafood like salmon, shrimp, and clams, and fortified foods. It's especially important for vegetarians and vegans. Here's a pro tip for maximizing B12 absorption from food. Combine B12-rich foods with foods high in folate, like leafy greens. These two vitamins work together synergistically. Also, avoiding excessive alcohol consumption is crucial, as alcohol interferes with B12 absorption and depletes your body's B12 stores. Consider a B12 supplement or injection. If your energy levels are still low, a high-quality B12 supplement, or in severe cases, B12 injections, can help restore vitality within weeks. For supplements, look for methylcobalamin or hydroxycobalamin, which are more bioavailable forms than cyanocobalamin. Sublingual B12 tablets, which dissolve under your tongue, can be particularly effective because they bypass the stomach's absorption issues. Many of my patients find that starting with sublingual B12 for a few months, followed by maintenance with a high-quality oral supplement, gives them the best results. Men who boost their B12 intake often report feeling more energized, mentally sharp, and physically active. A huge difference when it comes to stamina and overall well-being. The transformation can be so dramatic that many men tell me they didn't realize how poorly they'd been feeling until they started feeling great again. Vitamin number 3, the ultimate circulation booster, vitamin E. Often called the fertility vitamin, vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that protects cells from oxidative stress, one of the biggest culprits behind aging, reduced circulation, and declining sexual performance. Vitamin E is actually a family of 8 related compounds, but alpha tocopherol is the most biologically active form. What makes vitamin E particularly important for men over 60 is its unique ability to protect cell membranes from damage while simultaneously supporting the production of key hormones and maintaining vascular health. Here's something most men don't know about vitamin E: it's fat-soluble, which means it gets stored in your body's fatty tissues and works continuously to protect your cells. Unlike water-soluble vitamins that need to be replenished daily, vitamin E builds up in your system and provides ongoing protection against the cellular damage that accumulates with age. Here's why vitamin E is essential for men's health. Enhances blood circulation. Vitamin E helps keep your blood vessels flexible and healthy, ensuring stronger, longer-lasting erections. Poor circulation is one of the most common causes of erectile dysfunction, so maintaining proper blood flow is crucial. Think of your blood vessels like garden hoses. When they're new, they're flexible and allow water to flow freely. Over time, without proper care, they can become stiff and brittle. Vitamin E acts like a preservative for your blood vessels, keeping them supple and responsive throughout your life. A fascinating study from Johns Hopkins found that men with higher vitamin E levels had blood vessels that functioned like those of men 10 years younger. This wasn't just about sexual function. These men showed better overall cardiovascular health, improved exercise capacity, and greater resilience to stress. Reduces inflammation. Chronic inflammation can damage your heart, arteries, and reproductive system. Vitamin E acts as a natural protector, keeping your cardiovascular system in top shape while supporting overall wellness. Inflammation is like rust in your body's machinery. It's often silent and invisible, but over time it can cause significant damage to your blood vessels, organs, and hormonal systems. Vitamin E works at the cellular level to neutralize the free radicals that cause this inflammation, essentially acting as your body's internal rust-proofing system. Boosts testosterone production. Low testosterone levels can lead to decreased libido, weaker erections, and lower energy. Vitamin E plays a vital role in hormone regulation, ensuring that testosterone production stays strong as you age. Here's the mechanism that most people don't understand. Vitamin E protects the Leydig cells in your testicles, which are responsible for testosterone production. As we age, these cells become more vulnerable to oxidative damage. Vitamin E acts as a protective shield, allowing these cells to continue producing testosterone efficiently well into your later years. Research has shown that men with adequate vitamin E levels maintain higher testosterone levels as they age compared to those with deficient levels. This isn't about artificially boosting testosterone. It's about preserving your body's natural ability to produce this crucial hormone. How to increase your vitamin E intake. Snack on nuts and seeds. Almonds, sunflower seeds, and hazelnuts are packed with vitamin E and make an easy, nutrient-rich snack. A single ounce of sunflower seeds provides about 76% of your daily vitamin E needs. Use healthy oils. Drizzle extra virgin olive oil over salads, vegetables, or cooked meals for a daily dose of vitamin E. Cold-pressed oils are particularly rich in vitamin E because the extraction process preserves the vitamin content. Eat more leafy greens. Spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are excellent sources of vitamin E, providing additional antioxidants and fiber for overall health. The vitamin E in leafy greens is particularly well absorbed when consumed with healthy fats, so adding a drizzle of olive oil to your greens maximizes the benefits. Many men overlook the importance of vitamin E, but even a mild deficiency can lead to poor circulation, weaker erections, and lower sexual performance. Start adding these foods to your diet today to keep your body functioning at its best. I want to share the story of Robert, a 69-year-old retired teacher who was passionate about staying healthy but had been struggling with declining energy and performance. His diet was generally good, but when we analyzed his vitamin E intake, it was significantly below optimal levels. By incorporating a handful of almonds as a daily snack and switching to extra virgin olive oil for cooking, his vitamin E levels improved dramatically. 6 months later, he reported not just improved sexual function, but better exercise recovery, clearer thinking, and an overall sense of vitality he hadn't felt in years. Beyond vitamins, the winning formula for men over 60. Vitamins are powerful, but they work best when combined with healthy lifestyle habits. If you truly want to optimize circulation, testosterone levels, and overall vitality, here's what to focus on. Exercise regularly. Even light activities like walking, swimming, or yoga improve circulation, keep your muscles strong, and boost testosterone production. But let me be specific about what type of exercise provides the most benefits for men over 60. Resistance training, even with light weights or resistance bands, has been shown to be particularly effective for maintaining testosterone levels and improving overall vitality. The key is consistency rather than intensity. A 30-minute walk 5 days a week will do more for your circulation and hormone production than an intense workout once a week. Swimming is particularly beneficial because it's low impact while still providing excellent cardiovascular benefits and full body muscle engagement. Manage stress effectively. Chronic stress leads to high cortisol levels, which can lower testosterone, disrupt sleep, and reduce libido. Try meditation, deep breathing exercises, or activities that bring you joy. Here's something crucial about stress management that many men don't realize. The type of stress matters. Short-term stress can actually be beneficial. like the stress from exercise or learning a new skill. It's chronic, unresolved stress that's problematic. Finding healthy outlets for stress, whether it's gardening, woodworking, music, or spending time in nature, isn't just good for your mental health. It's essential for maintaining healthy hormone levels. Prioritize sleep. Sleep is when your body repairs itself and produces testosterone. Poor sleep can lead to fatigue, reduced energy, and weaker sexual performance. Aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of quality rest per night. Sleep quality becomes even more critical as we age because testosterone production is highest during deep sleep phases. Creating an optimal sleep environment, keeping your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet, can significantly impact your hormone production and overall vitality. By combining proper nutrition, exercise, stress management, and rest, you'll not only maintain strength and confidence, but also feel younger, more energetic, and ready for anything. The synergy between these vitamins and lifestyle factors creates what I call the vitality multiplier effect. When you're getting adequate vitamin D, your energy improves, making you more likely to exercise. When you're exercising regularly, your sleep quality improves, which enhances your body's ability to utilize B12 and produce testosterone. When your stress is managed effectively, your body can better absorb and utilize vitamin E. It's a positive cycle where each element supports and amplifies the others. Final thoughts. Take action today. By now, you know the 3 vitamins that can transform your vitality. Vitamin D for better blood flow, vitamin B12 for energy and endurance, vitamin E for circulation and testosterone support. But knowledge is useless unless you apply it. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. You don't need expensive treatments or complicated protocols. You need consistent action with the right nutrients and lifestyle choices. Start with one vitamin, master it, then add the others. Small, consistent changes compound over time to create remarkable transformations. So, here's your challenge. Which of these vitamins do you need to focus on? Drop a comment below and let me know. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more expert-backed tips. And if you made it to the end, type "I stayed until the end" in the comments, so I know you're serious about taking control of your health. This is Dr. Laura. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.